Andrew TV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 2 here of the Eco Trails Wildlife Sanctuary. So thanks so much to everyone that viewed and commented in the first video. Really enjoyed reading all of your comments and all of your advice on how to progress through franchise mode and what are the best practices and everything. So really looking forward to using some of your advice there in this coming episode and the next coming episodes. So yeah, actually speaking of those, why don't we start the episode there by reading over some of your advice and some of your comments, and then I'll kind of explain some of the minor changes that happened off camera there. So the first one comes from Rona the Bear. Some advice they recommend is use larger paths at the beginning of the zoo to avoid congestion, as you will have many visitors. Optional, but I would have left some more space at the front to build a custom entrance once you have more money. Make sure you place a workshop to research all the building pieces. You only have to research the first portion of the theme, not the entire thing unless you want to use blueprints. Pay attention to welfare. Some animals are extremely shy and get stressed out by visitors. This can cause protesters to show up, so be careful. Placing wrong foliage inside the habitats doesn't really affect animal welfare that much, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much as long as you meet all of the other needs. That's a great one to know, because if you all watch my other series, the sandbox series that I do, you know I just love to use all of the foliage, whether it's quote-unquote right or wrong according to the game and everything. So once you have a stable income, keep the game unpaused whilst building to generate money consistently. You will quickly reach a point where money isn't a problem anymore, so the game will feel like sandbox mode. I like to hear that. Really like to hear that. There you go. Shops and restaurants are an easy way to make money. Place multiple of them as soon as possible. So thanks so much to that advice. I do agree with a number of those there. And then also we had from Simply Savannah. We have the tip was they've never used quarantine in franchise mode. It'll yell at you like you need one, but I've never seen a negative effect from not having it. I delete it and get the money back. Okay, that's a great recommendation there, because we could definitely use that money. What is it, like $3,000 or $4,000 for that or something like that? And the last one is going to be from user Primal Gamer here. So a few suggestions is they make wider paths, especially with the entryway, because the beginning of the zoo it'll always be crowded, and that can lead to a packed entrance and stress for the animals. And the other one is to look at the temperament levels for the animals in different species, as some are more comfortable with guests than others, and you'll get protesters if your animals can't hide. So there you go. And then the last one is to get a lot of conservation boards around, as it'll help out the education levels a whole bunch. So yeah, the common thanks so much to everyone else that commented as well. If I didn't feature your comment or anything, very much appreciate you commenting. But it seems like the common denominator there is that we need to kind of rethink the entranceway of the zoo. The first episode, for those of you that didn't watch, I was very very-conservative with like money and being concerned about, yeah, basically just affording having a working zoo in place. So yeah, I was very, like I said, conservative and reserved in the first episode. So I think this next episode, this episode today, is going to be a little bit, but not really, of a mulligan. I do want to rethink and redo the entranceway, but have it still be the same vibe, same theme, same style and everything that it was in the first episode. We're just going to kind of alter it just a little bit and move things back and give some more space, because I think that is a great recommendation there. So yeah, so anyways, speaking of different things here, we have our brand new member to our quokkas. This is a juvenile quokka that was literally born right after I hit the stop recording button in the last episode. Didn't think it was going to happen that quickly, but yes, here's our small male quokka here. I don't even know how to say their name. Ridgimiarial? Oh my gosh, I butchered that. But yeah, here's our new juvenile. So very cute to see them in there. So now we have a total, I believe, of 6 different quokkas, as they're all in here hanging out, getting out of the rain and everything in their little caves. So yeah, no, really enjoyed seeing the little baby there. Another minor things that I added in was an information center, because it kept on raining. I loaded into the franchise here a few minutes ago, and it just kept on raining, and I figured, hey, that's a good opportunity for to make some money. So I went ahead and did that. And then some education boards as well. Very, very temporary education boards and speakers and everything like that. Oh, we had another offspring. We're just really racking up the babies now. We might need to do some contraception. But anyways, yeah, so those are the two minor things that I added. And then I also did take Simply Savannah's advice and deleted our quarantine to get some money back. So I am actually going to pause it. I know that is one of the recommendations not to do from our users, but I am going to pause it just real quick and just kind of get a tally of what we want to do. So we did just have another baby. So let's kind of take a look at our animals here. So yeah, we're up to 6 different animals here. So I don't see the other one. Maybe I misread that and it wasn't maybe it said they were expecting offspring and not they had the offspring. But so anyways, yeah, we have 6 quokkas. That is good for their species, like as far as numbers go and everything like that. They're not overcrowded or anything. So yeah, let's have this rainstorm go away. And then, like I said, we're gonna rethink the entrance area after the rainstorm kind of goes away. I do want to get a bigger entrance foyer. Maybe get a gift shop, maybe a restaurant like you normally would see at the entrance area. And then, yeah, have our, let's see, let's go ahead and pause it one more time now that the rain has stopped. And then, yeah, get our kind of intertwining, it's kind of hard to see up here, but intertwining, intermixed paths still have that same vibe they were taking from the Animal Kingdom Oasis entrance area. So, yeah, let's go ahead and I'll go into a little bit of a speed build here and we'll come back out of it and see what we have for the new entrance area. gonna bring y'all in the middle of the redo of the entranceway, and yeah, this took a little bit of a grander, larger turn than I anticipated when we first started this. Like I said, it still has the same kind of vibe that we're going for, especially as we move past this initial area, which we'll get back to, but especially as we get into this area, we're kind of getting back to that initial vibe that we had. with the kind of trails intertwining and you know, little offshoot habitats and everything like that. And that's half the reason I wanted to bring y'all back in there. We'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, first off, this is our soon-to-be quokka habitat over here. Just a quick little overview look here of it. But yeah, I say X because I kind of had this quick idea for our quokka that we would move them to this new area right over here. I was very surprised to find out that this little habitat area here, I thought this would be way too small for anything, but it turns out this is actually a pretty good size to hold some things. So I think all of our quokka can be held up in there, and if not, we can kind of reduce down our population. We're up to 7 now. For a while, I gave them all contraception to kind of chill them out a little bit. Unfortunately, I think you did see in the time lapse, or I did slow it down. We did, unfortunately, to old age, lose one of our original quokkas there. So R.I.P. in peace there. So unfortunately, but yeah, we still have 7 quokka that are going to be moving over to this habitat over here, and to replace them over here, I think it would be fun. That's why I brought y'all in here to pick out the new animal, which I think would be the Babirusa. I think that's how you, my Babirusa. Yeah, there we go. Babirusa. But yeah, I think it'd be fun to put these guys in there instead. And actually, when you look into what I'm kind of basing this off of, which is the Oasis from Animal Kingdom, Disney's Animal Kingdom, that is, the Babirusa is actually the animal that is normally in this area over here. So it's kind of cool to be able to put the actual animal over there. And I was checking out real quick their Zoopedia, and if we go to their natural habitat, turns out they can definitely fit into the area that we have available over here, and then some, even with some juveniles and stuff. They don't need that much room, so we're giving them a little bit of extra room, but that is quite all right there. So, and then relation with humans, because that is a big thing that y'all pointed out, was checking that they're not too shy or anything. They are confident, along with the quokka as well. So both of these animals are going to be good for our little entry oasis area, as they are going to be surrounded by guests kind of constantly. So yep, we have them. And then also don't want to quickly point out the little, I don't know what you call it, but the ooey gooey icky cave. I know some people definitely love these type of animals. We have the spiders over here, and then the boa constrictors, but our small exhibit animals. But I don't mind snakes, but the spiders, yeah, we could do it though. But anyways, yeah, thought it'd be fitting to have them in a little cave setting, and we're going to expand that out, make that look a little bit nicer. So, but tell you what, yeah, while I have you all here in the real time, let's go ahead and we'll pick out our, let's go back into the Zoopedia. I was a little bit quick there. So 1 to 5, 1 male, 4 females, promiscuous. Babirusa females tend to live in small groups with their offspring. Males are solitary. Okay, so yeah, let's just start off with a pair, and then they can go off from there pretty much. So go back to the market, go to the highest appeal one that we can, and actually we have a male here listed for 356 leafy deefy points here, conservation credits. That would take pretty much all of our conservation credits. Why, man, how old are they? Let's see, where do you see how old they are? Oh, they have 11 minutes to choose here. Oh, there it is. There. Okay, so they are 13 and a half. So they're a little bit on the older end. We'd have them for a few years before they went into being an elder. Tell you, we're going to skip on that for now just because of the cost of it there. But we do have some other good options for females that cost conservation credits. What about these two that cost money? Not the best. We might go for this 10-year-old Eloc. For 110 conservation credits. I think we're going to go ahead and get her as our main female. And then for the male, it'll cost 53. That's a pretty good male there as well. 13 years old, same age as the gold one up here. But again, that was way too expensive. How about the other males that we have here? Fertility and immunity, about 50-50. Pretty good size though. So it's kind of just an exact flip-flop of the two here. So do you want size and longevity, or fertility and immunity? And actually underneath here we have another male, only going for 40 from Queen King. Oh my goodness, actually, what a steal here. We're gonna take this. We have to. Boom, done. Cool. Very cool. So we have Haliapa. So we have Haliapa and Eloc. So both of them are going to be sent into the zoo, into habitat number 6 there. Hopefully the current setup that we have will hold them. The thing that I'm most worried about is our little stick fence here made out of let's see, what is this made of? The white birch branches, made just a kind of quick little makeshift thing there. But if it doesn't, you know, we're also going to be putting a bunch of rocks on the ridge line here. As you saw in the speed build, I made this, plop this down just a little bit, so we have a little bit of a ridge line here, so it's easier for the guests to look down into the habitat. But we can also put rocks there to maybe block off the animals if they are able to get out and everything. So, and yeah, like I said, we'll take a quick look over here. Really like how this entrance area has turned out so far. We're gonna have to come back through here as we unlock more themes, but yeah, for what we have unlocked, I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. So yeah, no, I was very surprised with, again, the little bit of what we're trying to say, like vanilla or non-DLC or non really that many themed items, what we were able to kind of get out of it. So also stuck in a nice restaurant here, which is aka the cha-ching machine there. You all were very correct on that. That just rolls in the money as everyone, this is kind of our food corner here. We have everyone sitting down after the restaurant, and then also stuck in the little vending machines as well over here that people seem to live hanging out by and everything. So have that, and then we also have our information booth and our bathroom over here. And you know what, as I'm talking through this, we don't have a gift center. I was going to do a gift shop. I think we will eventually do a gift shop, but it is a little bit pricey at 15,000, and I do want to kind of get this initial area set up. But yeah, after I'm done blabbing here and getting back into the speed build, I'm going to go ahead and put a gift shop area inside of that building. So yeah, very, very kind of easy, not too detailed, I guess you'd say. The most detailed thing are these ticket booth areas over here, but other than that, since we don't have too many themes, it's kind of fun to have to expand upon the little that we have and everything. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump back into the building of the rest of the entrance area. Alright, y'all, bring you back in for the last time. I think that's a good place to cap off the building for this episode. But yeah, let's go ahead and, again, take a quick little tour of the zoo, or what we have so far. Haven't changed much in the beginning area here, if anything, from the last time that we picked up and everything. So yeah, again, really like this big open area. Hopefully this is big enough now for all of the, for the beginning of the zoo and everything like that, for all the masses of people that we're hopefully going to have here in the next little bit. So yeah, here's the big opening to the zoo. Like I said before, we have just a few facility buildings on either side, kind of flanking either side. But yeah, we are going to have to come back through here once we do some workshop research and switch out some of the materials that we use for the buildings. A lot of these are just kind of placeholders. But again, I really like how it turned out, even for not really having access to a lot of the research and everything. So here's the quokkas. Their new habitat, and a lot of their new, I'm sure as you saw in the speed builder and everything, a lot of their new enrichment items. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of, got someone on research, doing the quokka research and everything. So yeah, we have the new, what is it here, the tunnel, the log tunnel, we have the small barrel feeder, and I believe that there's one other item, maybe the tennis ball somewhere in here as well. So their enrichment, actually, the quokka's enrichment is, if we can click on one, you know what, this will probably be easier because the grass makes it a little bit hard to click on them, but let's see, boom, boom. Oh no, we lost our last female. That is something I was going to bring up. Unfortunately, yeah, she did pass away, and there's no more on the animal trading market. Let's take a look real quick while I have y'all hanging out here. Last I was looking, there are no female quokkas. Yes, there are no more. So we're at a little bit of a dilemma, unfortunately, where, yeah, the quokkas, we only have 2 males left. So, and they are both adults. So we might have to keep checking the trade market there and see what's going on with the lack of female quokkas and everything, and kind of have to come back to this habitat. But yeah, in any case, we do have all the enrichments. So their enrichments, that's what I was going to show you. Oh my gosh, I'm space cases heck today, aren't I? Their enrichment is now fulfilled, totally, and then some. So awesome there. But cool, yeah, let's go ahead and swing around here. I did pause it for a second. I don't want too much time to pass and lose our quokkas right away. Actually, you know what, it doesn't matter. We're going to lose them either way, I guess, unfortunately. So, but either way, let's go around to the Babirusa here. And we have 3 at the moment here, and one of them is about to mature, our baby from our 2 parents here. And we're actually going to have to get rid of that one, because I was reading, it is a male, and I did read that once the let's just bring up the Zoopedia and show you what I'm seeing here. So the maturation rules. Males related to alpha become outsiders, so that is going to become the case here once. Oops, I think it just happened. Let's see here. Find our young adult here. There's the female outsider. Yep, so we're going to have to go ahead. Unable to breed and interact. So I think that is a not great thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the trade center for now. I would just go ahead and release them to wild, but I want to hear y'all's opinion on that. What's going on with that? If we can keep them in there, but a big red kind of showed up, so I figured that's not good. So we'll probably have to go ahead and trade them out there. What else do I want to bring up? Oh yes, also put down a lot of conservation boards. That was one of the other suggestions to get our education up. So there are a lot of conservation boards lining the zoo, so hopefully that helps out our education area. And then lastly here, wanted to go ahead and show off our last little habitat that I went ahead and put in, which is going to be for the, oh my gosh, I always forget the name of them. I want to call them the Nile monitors. That's not them at all. That is going to be the Asian water monitor. There it is, the Asian water monitor. So yeah, I thought that would be really cool to have kind of a more water-focused habitat here. And we had just enough room for them to fit in. Unfortunately, the land area is just a little bit, and then by a little bit I mean like 20 or 30 meters small. There they are swimming. That's awesome. I love that they're able to swim. Got that deep enough. But yeah, if we do go over here, the terrain 225 out of 310 that they need. Again, not the greatest. I would love to always have it as much space as we have, but you know, for this little area, this little corner piece right here, I was like, oh my gosh, we can actually fit them in, which is pretty dang cool. But they are another one that only like to have 1 or 2 species, or male or female in there, so we'll have to watch out whenever they have babies and everything to kind of take care of them as well. So, but yeah, no, I think they fit in really, really well. Kind of cap off this oasis area for the most part. Again, we have a few little education areas just kind of sprinkled throughout, little education stations, basically. So yeah, there is the beginning oasis area pretty much complete. There's always more and more that could kind of come in and do. I know that there's no lighting. That is the big thing I wanted to point out. There's no lighting at the moment. We are so severely lacking with lighting in the game, or at the beginning of the game, that I'm just kind of like, heck it, we'll do some research and come back to this and kind of revisit the entranceway again once we have more research and everything. So yeah, but like I was saying, that is pretty much the done area of the entire entrance area. We do have this little section off to the left side. I don't plan on jutting off to the left or anything, or the right. In this area, I want everything to kind of converge into one central pathway that's going to be jutting out right through here. But we will have some room probably on the left side for either a really, really long habitat, or maybe even two. I don't want to put too many animals up front here, but again, there's so many animals now in the game. To be honest with you, we might be able to get away with 2 more habitats up here, but I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on what we should do with this left side over here, or what 2 animals that we can maybe fit in over here. I don't have the exact diameters for how big this area is, but you know, thinking about it, we can maybe even fit in a bigger type animal, maybe the main big draw for this area if we really use up a lot of this left side here. So I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on that. And yeah, the next little bit that I'm going to need help on tutorial wise, because y'all have been really great so far in the first episode, is animal management. You know, we kind of got, the quokkas got a little bit away from me there, losing out on all of our females and didn't have replacements and everything. The Babirusa, same thing. You know, I can see an issue there where do we just let them kind of keep breeding and sell their you know, their offspring for conservation credits and everything, and just buy new Babirusas and everything later on. Yeah, what's kind of the animal management route that we go? Do we just keep buying new ones, or do we kind of like set up a way that we can get kind of a breeding program going? Like, you know, how do we go about all that? So would love to hear your thoughts on that. But hey, before we get out of here, one last thing I wanted to go over was, oh, here, there we go. Research complete on the quokka. Very nice. So that is actually what I did want to bring up, is let's get Benjamin Hamby on some new research now that we maxed out the quokkas. Let's actually get them going on the Babirusas here. That is the next animal that we had in. So that's great. Yeah, we got the quokkas all finished up. So yeah, we do have the vet research going, and you'll have to check in on that regularly. The next thing is staff management. We desperately need to hire some more staff. We have a, let's see, the keeper especially. We're going to go ahead and do that right away. We do have animals that periodically are without food for a little while. I was upgrading our staff members to make them better and everything, but unfortunately we have kind of reached our max with that, I do believe. So go ahead and hire another keeper. We can't afford it. Vet. We do have one vet running around doing everything, while the other one... actually, you know what? They're high workload because they're the researchers. I think that's what it is. Oh, they're going to habitat. They actually should be researching. Interesting. We'll see how that works out. But I think we're okay with the one vet running around for, what's that now? 1, 2, 3 habitats and 2 exhibits, 2 small exhibits. Ooh, you'll have to let me know on that one. Mechanics, I think we're okay there. And then as for our vendors and caretakers, I have leveled up our caretaker to level 3. I think they're doing fine as far as that goes. They have an efficient workload for right now. So I think we're okay with the 1 caretaker. But for vendors, let's go ahead and start leveling up some of our vendors, because they have a high workload, and the more efficient they can be, the more money that we're going to have coming into the zoo, right? So that is definitely needed there. So as far as staff rooms go, our 1 staff room, I have turned it to the rec room setting, which gives us recover energy a little bit faster. If y'all have a suggestion on a better version of that, do let me know there. No work zones as of yet. We will have a work zone once we kind of get the beginning area kind of completed and everything, so keep a lookout for that. We'll have to do that. And then the last thing, one of the last things, I'm sure I'll think of something else I want to do. Let's go ahead and plop down our workshop, and yeah, we are going to have to hire another mechanic to get the research going. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our workshop here plopped down in our little tucked away facility here. There we go. And yeah, let's hire one more mechanic. That will be our research mechanic. Very good. And let's pause it real quick because I don't want them to go very far before we need to go into research. What is your name? Cruz. Okay, Cruz, you're going to be our research mechanic. And let me take a look here real quick. Okay, as much as I would love to just do all of the themes, the management side of me is coming out and saying that we probably want to do the power and other facilities to get those costs as far down as we can. So yes, let's go ahead and focus on our facilities first. So power being the one, yeah, wind turbine, then solar. All right, Cruz, go ahead and start researching. And then, yeah, but then we'll slowly but surely get into our themes and kind of make those on the back burner and everything. So, but other than that, yeah, we're making all the monies right now. So that's a great thing. We are, like y'all said, we are starting to get into the sandbox mode of franchise mode, essentially. As you saw in the build part of it, there's a few times where I kind of go overboard and have to wait for some bucks to roll in. But yeah, we are doing very, very good for that. Maybe we can some marketing going on later on. I totally forget about this entire part of the game. I've never messed with the marketing part of it or anything like that. So yeah, that's really, really cool. But yeah, no, I think things are humming along quite well at the moment. So that is really, really cool to see. Again, thanks so much, Evan, for your comments. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video as we're heading on now. Also subscribe if this is your first time cruising on through here. And yeah, let me know your comments down below about anything going on in the project in the zoo. Would love to hear your feedback on it. And yeah, until the next episode of Eco Trails Wildlife Sanctuary. Oh, I can never say that word. Y'all have a good one there. Thanks so much.